Alright, whenever I made my my propane forge, it was toward the end of winter time, and the local stores around me keep fire brick only seasonally. So, before they cleared the shelves of anything related with wood stoves and such, I went ahead and I bought 4 fire bricks. If you've seen my propane forge video, you could see that I only used one of those fire bricks. So I ended up with 3 extra. I was kind of just thinking of returning them or something else. So I came up with something else. I'm going to make a 3 brick forge. And what I started was the center brick will cut this outline out, and that'll create the void. And I did it the lazy way. I just went through and took the width of the brick, put it around the edge, and traced that out. So this section here will be what we're going to remove, and that'll be the burn chamber for this small forge. Alright, to get this center section of the brick out of here, there's probably 1,000 different ways you could come up with doing it. At first I was just going to cut all the way down both sides with a diamond wheel, and then cut this off and then have this little piece to put back in. And you could just cut the center out and have it wide open across, but I'm not planning on using this for anything longer than 5 or 6 inches. So this is big enough for what I'm making it for. But what I did was, right here at the top of the line, I just took a hammer drill and drilled a bunch of holes in it. So now whenever I cut up to them with the diamond wheel, I should be able just to take a chisel and give that a tap, and this whole center piece come out relatively easy, and leaving this U-shaped section in place. Went through with the diamond blade and cut the 2 channels. Blade wasn't big enough, I had to cut from both sides. Not a big deal. Then I just went in with a cold chisel and started slowly working over where we had drilled those holes before. A few taps here, move it over, just keep working around until you slowly weaken that area, and everything should pop loose. And I was afraid, where I had to double cut it, there's some pieces on each side. I was a little afraid that that may actually cause a split, but I got lucky. Just took my time, worked it slow, and come out pretty good. I'm going to take the chisel, just clean this up a little bit, get the big pieces and whatnot knocked off of there. Alright, we've got the first stack just dry fitted, and I'm wanting to use just regular automatic light torch head for this one, and I want to do a vertical mount, something like this. So I'm playing around. I've marked the center of the burn chamber there, and kind of free-handed what I think will be the spacing that I need for that torch to sit where I need. And then I took the other one and kind of free-handed onto it the opening type that I believe I need. I'm gonna take these out there back on the diamond wheel and carve those out gently and bring it back in here and see how that torch fits. First marks, as you can see, weren't even close. I mean, they lined up, but as far as getting the torch head in there, ain't gonna happen. So I went ahead and expanded out, and like I said, I'm just gonna keep messing around, playing with it until I get down to where it is. This one I'll probably leave and just do all my adjusting on this one, because if I get too far down in there, my wheel is going to be eating into this side, which is really not a huge deal, but I'd rather, if I could not do it, I won't. So I'll do some more adjusting on this piece and be right back. Alright, that's pretty close. I may end up taking a little bit more off of the piece I said I'd rather not, just so I can have a little bit more adjustment out of the torch, but I'll show you what it looks like so far. how I want the flame placement. But I think if I take that little lip off of the bottom, I should be able to have more options whenever I decide how I like the flame. Okay, for putting everything together, I'm using the furnace cement. I think it's rated at like 2,000 degrees. I've already got a layer between the bottom piece and the center piece, and then I've got this layer ready to go, and then I'm just going to sandwich everything together. Alright, got everything sandwiched together. Then took these big hose clamps, they're HVAC duct clamps, and tightened everything up, put it all together, and it's basically done and ready to go. I want to make a little stand for the torch, and then we'll fire it up and see how it does. I didn't get overly creative with the stand for the propane tank. It's just a piece of stiff wire. I think it's number 9 wire. I just folded it up and under, kind of a hook, then used the little forge itself as ballast to hold everything in place. But we got everything put together, and it seems to be working okay. Let me know what you think about the video. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Any other videos you'd like to see in the future, just leave them in the comments. I know that there's bigger and better forges out there, but I've been messing with this. I just want to tack this onto the end. Been at it for a little while, and I started out with a piece of 1080 like this, and with just this little brick forge that we built, I turned it into this so far. So yeah, we drew out a good bit, shaped the blade a fair amount. I mean, I know there's still a lot more work to be done, but all that with just that little forge that we built.